This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Blackness, and this Black Thought is going to be about Kamala Harris and Cory Booker. This discussion came up during the Reason We're Born podcast. I just wanted to revisit it and just talk about it solo for a little bit because it's a fascinating topic to me. So the reason why these two came up was because I ran across an article in which people questioned whether or not they can appeal to black voters. Bottom line, to say it short, a lot of people don't think they're black enough. Part of this was spawned by the fact that Kamala Harris was on The Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne the God had asked her if she ever smoked weed, and she mentioned she did, and she used to say she used to listen to, like, I forget if she said Tupac and Biggie, but she said she used to listen to Tupac while she smoked weed back in the day. Of course, when she was in college, this is the thing that sparked like the questioning of her blackness, because when she was in college, Tupac had not yet come out, so people, railed on that. It's like, oh, she's lying, she was just trying to like prove that she's down and all that. I also remember seeing some people either post an article or do a couple of retweets where they like questioned her for pulling her hair back. She like had her hair tied back in a ponytail while she was at a I don't know what exactly the event was for, but it was around a predominantly black crowd, so everybody like came down on her saying, oh, so now you want to act like you got natural hair and blah 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 blah, when it's like, yo, she just pulled her hair back in a ponytail. Mind you, you ever seen Kamala Harris? Yeah, she straightens out her hair, but it's not like, I don't see her doing anything different than I've seen 100 other black women who aren't questioned do. Her hair was just straightened out. This shit happens. Like, what? It was such a weird thing to try to knock her on. And the same thing with the whole weed thing. It's like, one, probably should be asking that question, but I understand it's a Breakfast Club and people want to hear stuff like that on that show. It's fine. Like, stick to the political stuff and like what her policies and issues are. Now, if the question was, do you believe that marijuana should be legal, you can have that discussion, and maybe I need to like look at it as a whole, because I've never watched the whole interview, being honest. And maybe that's why the question came up, was because they asked her about legalization first. It's felt like they asked her about her smoking weed first, and then, once she said yeah, so he asked her, well, what do you think about it being legal? And I believe she did actually say yes, she thinks it should be legalized, after admitting that she smoked it back in the day. I guess that's okay. Either way, I guess part of me feels like it shouldn't have been asked because of the whole quote-unquote controversy and bullshit that came out from it, because people are seriously out there questioning whether or not her and Cory Booker are down for black people. And it kind of like sickens me, because here's the thing. I don't know of any time either of them has shown that they don't care about their own race. Mind you, they're both, I believe, mixed. I know Kamala Harris definitely is mixed. She's like Indian and black. I think Cory Booker is white and black, but don't quote me on that. In any event, he's light skinned, so that already qualifies him as like suspect to some black people. Yes, that's a thing, people. It still is a thing. Y'all know y'all still got that stupid like he's light, so we got issues thing with people. God, we wild. Black people, we wild. But I feel like in certain situations proving your blackness should be the least of worries, especially when running for president of the United States, because they cannot. This is the thing. Being a black politician is already hard as fuck anyway, because you're always going to be scrutinized just a bit extra, because, you know, let's be honest, a lot of white people are going to think all you're going to try to do is just try to focus on your community and flip the rules to, you know, put the black community on top and depress the white community. Like, there are a lot of white people out there who like fear black leadership because of that. I mean, go back to the Obama presidency. Everybody's saying how like he's just gonna be racist and he's just gonna, like, you know, hate white people and all of that. You know, the Republican Party, they put the mash on him. They made sure that they, you know, brought up all the fears that they could about this guy, about how he's just gonna be extra liberal and over the top, and he's just gonna like abuse, you know, the Christian right and all of this stuff and all that. You know, that's what they expect of us. A large portion of them expect that from us. Not saying all white people do, but let's be 100% real. There's a huge contingency of white America that still has a fear of black leadership, because I guess they fear some retribution. So you already got that going for you, and then you already, you know, have the stigma of like, well, we're not smart enough or talented enough, or we don't understand things enough. So you got those, you know, stereotypes going on. And then you have the stuff that we bring on ourselves. You know, the whole, are you black enough? Are you down enough? Are you going to do, you know, the right thing for black people, quote unquote. Which, to be honest, as president of the United States, you can do the right thing for black people, but not be just all about black people. I think that's the thing. Like for me, what I want more than anything is for a candidate, be it black, white, Hispanic, male, female, is to be fair and make it so that things are fair and equal for everybody. And I think that should be the goal of, especially of a minority candidate. It's like, yo, let's equal the playing field. I don't need you to necessarily just look out for me because I'm black. I just need you to make sure that this country and the laws run in a manner where, like, me being black is not a detriment. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily need you to lift me up. I just need you to, like, make sure that I can't be pushed down. That makes more sense to me than to you to come and, like, say, all right, brother, I'm gonna, like, give y'all your 40 acres, your mule, you know, we're gonna be living a good life now, you know, all that. No. Like, fix the problems that we have, you know, in the system so that the law can't be used against us. You know, encourage, you know, the nation to be more open-minded and to lean towards a more equitable way of doing things, stuff like that. Now, there will be some times, and there have been laws where you have to, like, you know, affirmative action, equal opportunity, equal employment opportunity, and stuff like that. You had to create certain things to kind of kickstart it, and you will probably still have to do some things to kickstart things, like the Dreamers thing. That's why Dreamers is so important, because, like, no, we should not be kicking out these immigrant children who are trying to, like, grow up and become, you know, law-abiding citizens with the opportunity to succeed in this world. You don't want to, like, fucking hamstring nobody. Give them that opportunity, and the Dreamers Act helps that with these kids that are brought here. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I don't need you to wholesale be like, yo, you know, I'm gonna ride for you on everything that you have, you know, on the table, because some of those things aren't going to be necessarily the best thing to do. They're going to be inequitable. Be honest. There are people out there who don't want like equality on the side of minorities. They want the, they want the power. They want to be on top. They want it to be where people, see what it feels like to be us. And I'm like, nah. Because I've talked to a lot of people, and I feel like if you are a black candidate and you don't break your back to ensure that your message says, I take care of you black people, there's a problem. When it's like, well, as a president, your message is, I'm going to take care of this nation and make things better for everybody. That's all I want you to like say, and that's what I especially want you to do. You can take care of black people without necessarily saying, I'm going to take care of black people. You don't have to be demonstrative about it. But I feel like some people feel like you have to. And if you don't, you clearly don't give a fuck about your own people. In turn, some people feel like if you uphold certain laws and stuff that are standard for everybody, you're against your black people. Now, sure, there's things where the laws can be targeted towards us. Clean that shit up, which it can be done, and which people have tried to do. But it's, it's more about the practices and not the laws. And I feel like a lot of people forget that sometimes, because let's say drugs. Yes, drugs is illegal. Everybody should be busted if you sell drugs. I mean, and I'm saying, this is just me saying as the law stands, because me personally, drugs shouldn't be illegal, but that's a whole nother topic of discussion. I might do a Black Thought about why I think they should legalize drugs across the board. That being said, since it's illegal, if you're caught selling drugs, you pay the penalty. Problem is, the way that it's handled is not equally distributed among communities, because better example is the marijuana distribution centers, whereas Senator Acosta-Cortez pointed out that the majority of the distributing centers for legal marijuana rest within white America. People of color barely get to participate in the legal aspect of it, whereas illegally speaking, they are generally targeted the most when it comes to drug trafficking, illegal drug trafficking. So there's inequity there. Something's wrong. Like, you're not giving them the opportunity to do it the right way, but you're more than willing to seek them and target them out when they don't do it the right way. That's an imbalance. It's like, are you just trying to set us up? You know what I mean? That's understandable, but you can't just say that you're not down for black people because you just don't openly sell out and act like I'm the brother man, like the politician in Black Dynamite. That's the shit. We don't need I don't need you to shuck and jive to prove to me your blackness like that, because that's what a lot of them will do. They will do that shit, and that's what I think. That's why I had I kind of wish Kamala Harris wouldn't have addressed that question, because now it's gonna look like, yeah, she's shucking and jiving. Mind you, she probably did smoke weed. She probably didn't say it just to say she was down. She probably did, and she may have gotten the time frames mixed up. Me personally, I think she did listen to Tupac when she was smoking weed. I think the lie was she didn't just smoke weed in college. She was smoking weed longer than college, y'all. I guarantee you that. And she probably did smoke it in the Tupac era when she was just starting out in her career. And then it was once she started to rise up, it was yo, or get older like most people do. Yo, I gotta quit this shit and I gotta stop doing that, because we know there's people in law enforcement that smoke marijuana. Come on. Don't lie. Y'all be getting high out there. But in any event, you should not have to prove your blackness. Bottom line, if you're born African American, black, you're already black. and you don't need to do anything yourself to prove it, because 9 times out of 10 there is going to be an opportunity in life where this country, someone is going to make sure they make you know that you are black in some way. It's not going to be a good way, but they're going to make sure you know that you're black. You're going to feel that shit eventually at some point in your life. So yeah, you can't like deny a person's blackness. They are what they are. You know, they may not behave the way that you think a black person should act, but that doesn't dismiss them as being black at all. Okay, people? Anyway, stop tripping off of that. Worry about their policies. Worry about whether or not they're going to do things that are effective to equalize the standards for everybody. That way everybody has a fighting chance, and it's not just imbalance for one side, because that's the thing. We know how it is to be on the fucked up side. Why we want to make other people feel that shit? Like, for me personally, that's the last thing I want to do. I want to get off the fucked up side of things, but I don't want to make somebody else feel it, because yeah, all they're gonna do is, once they get the power back, try to do the shit back, and it's just that endless cycle. No, make things fair for everybody. I just want to be treated just like everybody else. If we get to that point in life, I'm Gucci. That's my thing. That's all I want. I want everybody, men, women, African Americans, Hispanics, white people, you know, Asians, LBGTQ. I always say it wrong. Did I say LB? LGBTQT plus. Apologies for saying it wrong. I always get those letters mixed up. That's a hard one for me to say, but you guys know what I mean. Just let everybody live. Let everybody get the opportunity to live. You know, life is already unbalanced enough with things, you know, like just from an economical standpoint or other social issues. The whole race thing, that should not be a thing, and we can't knock each other down, especially within our own race. Can't knock each other down. We're all trying to like get to, you know, the same place. Don't pull your own people down while you're trying to climb to the top. You know what I mean? Just everybody be fair all around. Alright, I ran it on long enough, so as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. It's your boy Black Magazine, I'm out. Deuces.